Hi, this is Jason from SmarterMarks, and today I'd like to introduce the Smart Assistant, a new feature this year for editing and versioning questions. To demonstrate, we're going to start with this assessment template containing a question about personal identity. Let's say I want to allow horizontal shuffling for this question. For those who aren't familiar with this, horizontal shuffling allows us to create question sets, choosing a random question from each set whenever we shuffle. Using horizontal shuffling, we can easily create not just 1 or 2 or 5 versions of an assessment, but hundreds. I'm going to hover over the question here, click Edit, and Create Question Set. I'll give the question set a name, then duplicate our item to create a new version. Here in our item, we've got a stem and we've got some responses down here. To start using the Smart Assistant, we're going to go to our Edit mode and choose Smart Assistant. To use the Smart Assistant, we enter a request up top, and the question is modified as a response. We then have the option to save that, go back, or make another request, whatever we'd like to do moving forward. As an AI tool, the Smart Assistant is getting better at a range of tasks all the time, but one of the things it really excels at right now is language and versioning around language. So for example, we can say, please write a new version with the same questions and answers, but different wording. I'm choosing one of the suggested options here, but if we like, we can type in any request we choose. When we're done writing our request, we can either press Enter, or we can go to Actions, Send Request. This should be pretty quick. And here's our response. We can go back and forth, switching between versions, using these buttons here, and see that our stem and options have been reworded, and we now have a second version of this question for our test. One of the nice things here is that all of our formatting will get carried through. So if we're translating text, for example, we don't have to then reformat. If we like, we could make another request here. I'm just going to save, then go back to our assessment template. And now we have 2 questions in this spot, and each time we shuffle the assessment, one of these 2 will be chosen randomly. The Smart Assistant is actually quite versatile even now, and often works well incorporating subject knowledge when answering requests. So, as a second example, let's create a new version of this question here. Here we have a question about CO2 in the atmosphere changing the acidity of rain. We can again go to our Smart Assistant and say, please build a new version of this question about SO3 and acid rain, and we'll see what it does with that. You can see here that it's correctly changed the acid to H2SO4, and also now has high conductivity since H2SO4 is a strong acid. Of course, you should always check the correctness of the results here, but we hope that as the models behind this assistant improve, this will become an easy and reliable way to modify questions. We're excited to see the applications you find for this new tool. If you have any questions, please let me know at support@smartermarks.com. Thank you for watching.